Hello students, in the previous video lectures I have discussed about a brief outline of the tablet manufacturing process. In this video lecture I will be discussing granulation and mainly dry granulation in detail. Now let us define the word granulation. Granulation is defined as a size enlargement process which converts small particles into physically stronger and larger particles. These are some of the benefits, or you can say the importance of granulation. With the help of granulation, it increases the bulk density of the powder, ensuring a required fill volume. Improves flow by increasing the particle size, improve homogeneity and reduces segregation. Particles stuck together and they do not separate easily. Improved cohesion and compression characteristics and the reduction of dust. So these were some of the, you can see, advantages of the granulation process, in which we are doing the size enlargement, converting small particles into larger particles which are physically stronger. The granulation can be divided into two categories, or the two types. The first is dry granulation and wet granulation. And there is one more process, that is direct compression. This is something different, in which we are directly preparing the tablet without using the granulation process. Dry granulation. So we will be discussing this topic in detail in this video. In dry granulation, granules are prepared without the use of heat or solvent. So we do not use any heat or any solvent in the dry granulation process. As the word indicates, it is a dry process. It involves compaction of powder material by compression and then milling the compact to obtain granules. So we are preparing compacts of powders by using compression and then milling the compact to obtain granules. Milling means breaking into small pieces. So starting with the powder, then preparing the compact and breaking that compact into granules. For this purpose, we can use two main approaches. One is slugging and the other is roller compaction. Now, in this dry granulation process, there are two types of irresistible attractive physical forces between the particles that cause them to bind together. First is electrostatic force. They are generally weak but may cause cohesion when the material is mixed initially. So during mixing, these forces start acting and they are generally weak forces. Next is the van der Waals forces. They are stronger and they increase as the interparticular distance decrease during the compression of the powders. So these forces starts acting when the distance between the particles decreases during the compression process. So these two forces are acting, which bind the particles together in the dry granulation process. So as I told you that we use two approaches. The first is slugging. So what is slugging? Slugging is again compaction of the powder material by means of a tablet press or a slugging equipment followed by milling to get granules. So we are using a tablet press for this purpose of slugging. Now the process of slugging in the form of a flow chart. First, the powder components are mixed properly. Then this blend of powder is forced into a dies of press with flat punches. So we are mixing the powder components and we are forcing this powder into the dies of a tablet press or a tablet punching machine which has flat faced punches. So do not get confused. This is a process of granulation. Final compression is done after preparing the granules. Here we are using the tablet punching press for preparing a compact mass which are called as slugs, and the process is called as slugging. So only to prepare the slugs or the compact mass we are using a tablet press with flat faced punches, and the force of compression applied here is low as compared to the final compression force. Now after preparing these slugs are broken or they are milled to form granules. So in this way we are preparing granules. Second approach, as I told you, is the roller compaction. In this case we use a specially designed machine called as roller compactor or Chilsonator. It utilizes two rollers that revolve towards each other, and it produces a ribbon-like material which can be milled or screened into granules. So we are using an equipment which is called as roller compaction, also called as Chilsonator, in which two rollers are revolving towards each other and a ribbon-shaped material is formed, and this ribbon-shaped material is milled or screened into granules. So this is the process. We take the powder material and it is fed between the rollers by a screw conveyor. After passing, the compact mass looks like a thin white ribbon which is fallen apart into large segments, and then in segments it can be considered as the slugs. Like in the slugging machine, slugs are formed, and in this case ribbon shaped material is formed which is milled into granules. This process is called as roller compaction. Now you can look at this picture. This is a blend of powder. First we are using the slugging approach. By using a tablet compression machine, these are the slugs are formed, and these slugs are milled into granules. Second approach is the roller compaction, in which between the rollers ribbon shaped material is formed like this, and then these are milled and screened into granules. These are the two approaches which are used for preparing granules by the process of dry granulation, slugging and roller compaction. These are some of the equipments. The first is the slugging and tablet press, and you can see the roller compactor in great detail here. This is the powders, these are the feeding system, a conveyor, and these are the rollers which are moving into opposite direction, and here slugs are formed, ribbon shaped material is formed. And here you can see one more picture is there. After the ribbon shaped material, these are the mill. For the milling purpose we can use hammer mill specially, which can be used for breaking the slugs or the ribbon shaped material into granules. You can see a link of YouTube video which I will share you when we will start the online classes. You can watch this video and you can see the working of a roller compactor in detail by watching this video. Now what are the advantages and disadvantages of dry granulation process? The first is advantage is it eliminates the binder solution, heavy mixing equipments, and time consuming the drying process. So this the process is dry, granules are not to be dried, binder solution is not used, no heavy mixing equipments are used. It is a very easy process. It can be easily used for moisture and heat sensitive material. Very important point. Drugs which are either moisture sensitive or heat sensitive, for those drugs this process of granulation can be easily used. It improved the disintegration process as particles are not bonded together by binder. The tablets have quick disintegration because particles are not bonded by the binder solution, so the disintegration process is very fast. These were the advantages of dry granulation. Now coming to disadvantages, they require heavy tablet press for the process of slugging. So if you are using the slugging process, we require an extra equipment, that is a tablet press for preparing slugs. This dry process does not permit uniform color distribution. Suppose we are using a coloring agent for coloring the tablets. As the process is dry, so the coloring is not uniform. The distribution of color is not uniform. As it is a dry process, more dust is formed, increased chances of contamination. So the dry process, the chances of contamination are high.